Legendary NFL quarterback Dan Marino is getting one last chance to win a Super Bowl, but there's a catch. Throwing for over 61,300 yards and 420 touchdowns, the Hall of Famer spent his entire 17-year career with Miami. Imagine Dan Marino and all of his arm talent throwing bombs to Tyreek Hill. That would be amazing. And too easy. Hey, the Dolphins had their chance. The NFL team Dan Marino would make one last title run with was randomly determined by my paper football after I covered and shuffled all 31 other helmets aside from Miami's. Would Dan Marino win a Super Bowl with the present day Cleveland Browns? I simmed it all in Madden to find out. One thing's for sure, Dan Marino in a Browns uniform looks very strange. Midway through the season, the Browns were rolling. Emphasis on were, as they jumped out to a 6-1 record. Marino was on pace for over 4,200 yards and 41 touchdowns on the season. His best overall game happened against the Commanders in Week 6. He threw for 248 yards with 5 touchdowns and no picks. In fact, he would only end up throwing 5 interceptions total during the regular season. After that 6-1 start, the Browns finished 5-5. Oof, but that 11-6 record was good enough to get into the playoffs. However, it was not good enough to win the division. That went to the 16-1 Baltimore Ravens. Wow. Dan Marino's last hope of hoisting the Lombardi Trophy was still alive, but to realize it, he and the Browns first had to face the Jacksonville Jaguars in the wild card round. A game that will be forever remembered as the Duel in Duval. Did I do that right? The two teams traded touchdowns with their running backs in the first quarter. Then, late in the second quarter, Marino threw his first touchdown pass of the game to David Njoku from the 1-yard line. Jacksonville would add 10 more points to take a 17-14 lead into the half. The Jags added another field goal to open the third, but Cleveland countered with a 39-yard touchdown pass from Marino to Nick Chubb. Entering the fourth, it was 21-20 Browns, and it stayed that way until there was 1:41 left in the game when Jacksonville scored and got a 2-point conversion. Not so fast, the Browns weren't done. Marino led a lightning-quick drive down the field and connected on a 1-yard touchdown pass to Jerry Jeudy with 1:34 to go, tying the game at 28-all. Then, with 9 ticks left, the Jaguars iced it with a 39-yard field goal, taking the 31-28 win, ending this last chance for Dan Marino to win a Super Bowl.